down the middle. Turning it on. Attack. Touchdown, Iowa. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
What a way to start this game offensively. You find the matchup you like, you put it in his hands, and he does the rest. The defense looks like they were sleepwalking out there to start this game. One play, they go the distance to score a touchdown. This defense better wake up.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Stout. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. A quick pass to the left. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
To the air, it's Nix. Fires to the right. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Motion from the wide receiver. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
The ball is going to be downed at the 35.
You know, punt cover teams have a tough job because oftentimes they've got to tackle a guy out in the open field, and a really good one at that. But how about their ability to get to the returner and not just get the tackle, but create the takeaway? That is a massive play on special teams.
From the gun to give, looking for room. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Looking to fire. The sweet feet buy a little time. Trying to make magic with his feet. They'll stop him at the 46 after a 5-yard pickup.
Sometimes these guys just have eyes in the back of their head. You saw it right there. He was able to buy himself time, get outside the pocket, and at that point, I think the decision was pretty easy. Hey, I can go get this with my feet. He was able to do that. Now they got a fresh set of downs.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Trying to surprise him with the pass. He's got the tight end. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the 2nd drive, he's firing on all cylinders. You can tell this guy did his homework coming into this game, and right now it's paying off.
Wants to go up top on first down. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. Got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field, and that's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time that's what forced the incomplete.
Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? From the gun, the running back has it. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball off.
It'll be third and long. He's looking downfield to throw. Snagged in the middle. It's Winston. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one.
And I like having matchups outside like this. Guys that I know will win right away. Third down, find my guy, get him the rock, he gets the first down.
The Hawkeyes with the 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Got his man downfield.
As a head coach, you love to see your quarterback locked in early in games. And in the first drive, leads the offense down to a touchdown, throws a TD pass, and here he is again, making a really good decision and a very accurate throw to pick up that first down.
They've moved it to the 19, 1st and 10. They're going to run it. Got enough space. And you'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Hawkeye. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, guys, got a final score in a big top 25 matchup today. Florida Atlantic delivered the knockout blow early in this one, en route to the type of win that can turn some heads there in the American. Trust me when I say the party is on in Boca. Never a dull moment when it comes to the American. Back to you guys.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
This is an offense, guys, that really believes in physicality, and that's their identity. So running the ball on second down, no problem for them.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Looking to throw, it's Nix. Quickly to the tight end. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. Stanford quickly to the line.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find the rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game day.
Boy, as a defense, you hate to just hand out first downs on a penalty. Going with the ground game left. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
The Cardinal increasing the degree of difficulty after that last play. It's 2nd and long. Now the play fake. Lets it fly. And that ball is hauled in inside the 35. This defense giving up ground as he's finally knocked down at the 26. This Stanford offense moving quickly down the field. To the air on 1st down. Got out of trouble and throws. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
At this point, trailing by a lot, the defense is expecting you to throw it. If you're going to throw over the middle of the field, the window's going to open and close quickly. You've got to have better timing to complete that throw. They just didn't have it there.
Wide receiver going in motion. Looking for a man. It's Nix. Lets it fly deep downfield. And that one's going to be incomplete. He was throwing for the touchdown, but just couldn't get the foot down inbounds.
Looked to me on that deep ball like he was forcing it a little bit. You got to be careful as a quarterback. You're not trying to outduel the other guy who just threw a touchdown pass. You're just trying to win the game. So just execute the plays. The ball goes to who it's designed to go to. And if that means you got to turn around and hand it off, then that's what you got to do. But I think on that last deep ball, QB forcing it a little bit.
Fires to the tight end. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11. Stanford now has it in the red zone. Wide receiver comes in motion. Run in the red zone. It's Brewer. They'll wrestle him down at the 4-yard line after that run. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Making side adjustments here. Gets the back moving. Back to pass on 2nd down. Makes the catch. And he was pushing for that goal line, but the D stopped him at the 2.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit, and let's keep going.
That's the end of the quarter, and Iowa is on top. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. They largely dominated the first quarter and built a nice lead to get started. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. Just going to keep it after the snap. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. Sends it back in motion. Trying to barge their way in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Stanford! And the offense finds a way to cut into this lead, but they still have plenty of work to do.
They do, but that's a big score. You don't want to get late and start getting in the second half when you're fighting to come back by so many points. So great job getting points, get that momentum back on your side so you can come out and do some good things when you get the ball next time.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Terrific job getting to him. There was nowhere to go. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
That last completion sets him up on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. That's caught. It's Winston. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Third down coming.
And the Hawkeyes come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They had given up a ton of yards. I think they understood the gravity of the situation. Third down, that was critical for them to get off the field, build momentum, build some confidence. Nice job that time by the defense.
Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Caught near the sticks. It's Avant.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. Fourth down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it. But when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
The Hawkeyes will line it up on 1st and 10. The RPO, it's complete. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down.
Great execution on the RPO, and the receiver had some time to find the soft spot in the zone and make himself open for the quarterback and make it a much easier pass. Great job.
And the Hawkeyes in a good spot here with 2nd and short. He wants to throw it again. Under fire. Outside the pocket, lets it go. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him, just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Really nice job on third down by this offense. This offense has struggled on third downs throughout the season, not even in the top 50. But you know what? When you make it third and short, when you have the run-pass option and you're not predictable, you can be more successful. So let's see if this offense can continue to put themselves in good positions.
Completes it in the middle. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Nice job recognizing the route defensively there. As soon as that ball was thrown, that defender knew exactly who it was going to, and he was able to make the tackle at the perfect time. No gain on that one.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Motion from the back. Back to pass. Throws to the back. Gets open down the middle. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line.
Right, second quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some first downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
They'll start this one from the 29 on 1st down. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Quickly complete. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And guys, how many first downs is that? Just on this drive alone? I mean, this defense allows 1 or 2 more drives like this, and they're going to be gassed by the 3rd quarter.
Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and matriculating the ball down the field. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Second down, he'll throw it. They're working that left side. He steps out of bounds, but it'll be enough to give them a first and goal.
He runs out of bounds at the 3-yard line.
Sometimes it's not about a fancy play design. It's about just getting him the ball and letting him play.
Especially nowadays with running backs being so good out of the backfield. You know they're going to catch it, and there's so many ways to use them. But exactly, get it to him, let him break tackles, let him make plays. Easy decision.
The Hawkeyes will try to punch it in on first and goal. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater.
Yeah, you want to be physical. You want to assert yourselves. And now listen, I know this is a top 5 defense against the run in college football, but you got to believe you can do it and continue to stay balanced and run the football and be physical down here in the red zone.
They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. They'll try it again from the 1 on second and goal. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. What will the offense dial up on third and goal? Try to barge their way in. They got 0 push up front, and they stopped him in the backfield. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. And this one ought to be nice and easy, a 22-yard attempt. Absolutely center cut. And now the lead is even bigger. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, Ole Miss and LSU have battled to the final whistle. Here's a quick breakdown. LSU delivered the type of thrashing generally reserved for homecoming games in Baton Rouge. Thing is, this was a road victory, and a win like this is going to resonate throughout the SEC. Always interesting to see good SEC teams collide, and today was no different. The agony and ecstasy of college football, fellas.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Might be changing the route. Wants to throw. It's Nix. Dumps it to the back. It's complete on the right side. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Perfect play call for that big gain to open the drive. Now here they come on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Bring in the heat. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Tight end now in motion. To the air on 2nd down. Sets up the screen. Across the 45. Couldn't ask for much more there. A 1st down, and they're down to the 42. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. Looking to throw again. Skips away from pressure. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
Well, it's been a little bit of a seesaw here the last two plays. Offense gets a chunk play, and then the defense gets a sack. Great job by the defense there, turning the page and coming up with the big one.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Scanning the field, it's Nix. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
Man, getting to this quarterback is pivotal. You saw it last drive, way too much time. They score a touchdown. Nice job on second down. Anticipating the pass, playing the pass, getting the sack, and now forcing a difficult third down.
The play action fake. Throwing right. And this is going to be incomplete on third.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
Punt is on its way. Going to make sure he doesn't get a return on this one as the punt bounces out of bounds. First play of this drive will start from the 31-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense here late in the first half. They're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it. So the windows are not going to be very big, especially when you're trying to attack vertically like they did on that last one. Downfield completions are going to be tough to come by.
Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. He'll pull it down and run. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could.
Gain of 7. Third down coming.
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Hawkeyes will kick it away to crank up the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Stanford has it back, the Cardinal offense returning to the field. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think even if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
And the defense played that one beautifully, and they'll knock him down for a loss.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
They're a couple of yards short of the first down, but the offense will stay out there on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Gets rid of it. He's got it. First down and more. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the fourth down conversion, moving the chains easily. Stanford wants to push the pace.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's fourth down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
Finds his tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. They're dealing with a second and long.
And nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
He put it out there for him, and this senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this, and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
Back to throw, it's Nix. On target. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Yeah, and it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. It'll be interesting to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
And he showed himself to be a regular Spinderella, but not a lot of room to run.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. He might want another play. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Quick strike complete. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. With a double-digit deficit here in the second half, they're going to go for it on fourth down. They'll send the tight end in motion. On fourth down, going to the air. Got his man. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. They are getting deep into the playbook. 11th play of the drive. Back to throw, it's Nix. Looking down the middle. Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Off the play fake. He uncorks one deep. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not there, throw this thing away because we've got a chance to at least get 3 points here.
Finds his big tight end. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17. Stanford quickly to the line. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking for room. It's Brewer. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave a little bit of everything on that one. They've hit him with back-to-back chunk plays. Now it's first and goal. They'll go to the air. He's going for the goal line. And with a hallelujah land. Touchdown, Cardinal.
And find your weapons. Nice job by the quarterback. Find the running back out of the backfield. He catches it and does the rest. Walks into the end zone for the touchdown.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, it is now a final in the Big Ten and a game I think a lot of folks will want to see. La Tech delivered the knockout blow early in this one, en route to the type of win that can turn some heads there in CUSA. Trust me when I say the party is on in Ruston. We'll see a lot of games this week, but few will have as much of an impact on the Big Ten standings as this one does, gentlemen.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Iowa has the ball back on offense. They're still holding the lead, but hoping to flex a little muscle on this drive. From the shotgun, they'll run it. At the 35, he's got room. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
The Hawkeyes, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. They're going to ride this running back. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Got it in the middle. It's Winston. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
Looking to throw on first down. Caught. Oh, it's a fumble. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
Great job by the defense here, forcing the fumble on the wide receiver. Look, understand the ball came out quick. I got to break, get hats to the football, secure the tackle, try to get that football out. Nice turnover, nice hustle by this defense.
Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Maybe some confusion on the snap count there. That's maybe what caused the false start. Either way, the offense is penalized. Bunch formation for these receivers. He wants to change this route. Dropping back, it's Nix. Fires to the big fella. How about this backer in pass coverage and bringing the big hit stick with him too?
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Caught behind the line. It's Cavazos. He gets it up close to the 25. Out of bounds, they'll mark it at the 24.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
Gets it to the back. At the 35, he's open. There he goes. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. They bring him down, but he's got a first and goal from the 10. Just like that, a hat trick of completions, and they're on the doorstep.
3 plays, 3 beautifully executed plays. This offense is in a really good rhythm. This defense better change something quickly because this has been way too easy.
With the run on first and goal. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. We've come to the break, and Iowa has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Quarterback may change this route. To the air. It's Nix. Trying to barrel in. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. Trying to punch it in. Touchdown, Stanford! They move on top here in the 4th.
And just like that, the game is completely changed, right? The defense comes away with a huge turnover, and the offense able to cash it in, capitalize by scoring a touchdown. So they've now got the lead. Not a lot of time left, but it feels like all the momentum is now on their side.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's... Oh, he's got some space. They get him stopped and out of bounds at the 45-yard line, and the big play has this offense ready to mount a threat.
And running backs who can add to the passing game, they can be so dangerous because once they get the catch, they're operating in much more open space than they would be on a handoff. And it really also tests the linebackers' coverage ability and those DBs' tackling ability.
Wants to go up top on first down. Quickly out to the tight end. They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work. To get the first down.
And you got to love the versatility of the big fella. You can put him in the box and let him block big defensive linemen, or you put him in the slot and you throw him the football and have success.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Wants to go up top. Got his man on the right. On the move at the 30. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
And the Hawkeyes getting set on 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
The Hawkeyes come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Might as well stick with him. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Iowa! They've got the lead here in the 4th.
And this offense really showing their physicality, running the football when it matters, in the 4th quarter, in crunch time, to take the lead in this football game.
And it's good, and he's got the lead up to 3 late. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finished it with a beautiful 15-yard run for the score. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route running. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
From the gun, they'll try the middle. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders.
Yeah, they're just going to need more push up front. There was nowhere for that running back to go. The offensive line got moved right back into his lap, and as a result, they lose yards on that play.
Looking to throw, it's Nix. Grab near the sticks, it's Greer. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down.
I'll tell you, QBs and receivers, they practice these out routes all week long, and you've got to anticipate. You've got to be comfortable throwing it before he gets out of his break, and they executed it perfectly right there to pick up that first.
They go to the ground, and he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
And maybe the big fella can jumpstart this offense a little bit. They got to get some points, and he's that big physical guy, breaking some tackles, making some plays. Here in the fourth quarter, they're going to need it.
Stanford could choose to go for it all here on 2nd and inches. Motion from the wideout. They'll run it from the gun. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
This is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
This Stanford offense is humming, set up with another first down. Looking downfield on first down. The screen, he's got wheels. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game, now on 2nd down. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll try the run. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
One of the things you love about this running back is his physicality. He's got great size, and because of that, he can wear defenses down. Those 2, 3, and 4-yard gains in the first and second quarter, they become big gains late. Guys don't want to tackle him, and you're seeing that now.
Grab behind the line. It's Brewer. Breaks into the open. He gets it past the first down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks. That was just a perfectly choreographed screen. The line got out on time. The running back had a wall in front of him.
And I think the quarterback did a really good job of selling past and kind of dodging the pass rush, getting it to the running back, and then let him do the rest. You got him in space, he'll pick up yards in a hurry.
Stanford gets set to snap it on first down. The offense changing the play. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. All the way down to the 15-yard line. It's first down. It's a draw. Wrestled to the ground, but he's inside the 10 and down to the 9.
Great job by the defense, staying aware on that play here late in the game with the lead, and the offense needs to throw the football. They're trying to make it look like pass before handing it off on the draw, but the defense wasn't fooled, and they make a nice tackle.
They'll move the tight end. Power football with the run. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal.
And this is an offense that really relies on its running game. On that second down call, giving it to the back, letting him find a way to go get it first.
So now the opportunity with a touchdown to take the lead. They're going to run it. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
And how about the defense on that play, man? Playing aggressive, fast, downhill, first and goal, expecting run. Great job fitting the run. Great job getting the running back on the ground.
Can the D deny them on second and goal?
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
Trying to pound their way in. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And if you listen carefully, you can start to hear some of the boo birds coming out from this home crowd. They know their offense needs points. And this late in the game, they're watching them run the ball to no avail.
If they can pay off this third and goal with a touchdown, it might be getting a little tough to swallow over there on the other sideline. Gets it out quickly. He's stopped right there, short of the first down, in this defense trying to preserve the lead. The defense will take a timeout, 25 seconds left to play. Trailing and getting deep in the game, they'll go for it here on fourth and goal. Quarterback making adjustments. Wide receiver going in motion. The offense will use a timeout with 25 seconds left. And this could prove to be the biggest play of the game. They'll go for it on fourth and goal. Wide receiver comes in motion. To the air, it's Nix. Now he's going to break the pocket. Throw into the end zone, and it's picked off.
And what a great moment for that young man right there. That's his first career interception in college football. He's a guy that's worked so hard. He wanted to make an impact for his defense this year and comes up with a massive play right there.
Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. They get the W, and with that being win number 6, looks as if they're going bowling, guys.
And that's a good moment for this squad, right? Like, you start every